Alright, welcome back. This is me, this is my face. I don't use a face cam often. And my ear is itchy, but I have next to me right here a bunch of PS2 games. Because this is going to be my PS2 game collection. I started recollecting some of my PS2 games from when I was a kid, like my favorites and stuff. I'm going to look this way a lot because I'm looking at the actual games here. I have never made a video like this before. This is really weird and awkward, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I want to talk about some of my favorite PS2 games and the ones I own here. And some of them I have. I don't even think I played. Like, for instance, this first game here that I'll grab is Jak and Daxter. What's it called? The Precursor Legacy. It's the first one, I believe. I just got that in the mail recently off eBay. I have never played it. I played it once on the channel, and I only played like the first level or two, I think. Other than that, I've never played it, so I picked that up on eBay to add to my collection, and I'm going to be playing it on the channel again soon, probably from the beginning. And yeah, Jak and Daxter, I have a couple of facts here about this game. It came out in 2001. It's made by Naughty Dog. Here's the back of the cover. Can't really see it very well because there's a glare and everything else, but it was made by Naughty Dog, you can see there. Who made, you know, like The Last of Us and Uncharted. Came out 2001. Crazy old game. It's like an open world platformer, which is why I love PS2 so much. Because all those games are kind of like that. Most of the good ones, anyway, that in my opinion. Most of the good games were open world platformer games, and you had like a lot of oh, they also made Crash Bandicoot. You also have a lot of like right? I think. Am I wrong? No, they made that. A lot of hidden and collectibles and stuff like that, and I love that kind of stuff in those older games. I've never played the second or third game. From what I know, they're a lot darker than the first game, but that's the first game there. And the next four games are all Need for Speed games, starting with Need for Speed Underground, the first one, I believe. Well, not the first one. There's more on like PS1, I think. Need for Speed Underground for PS2. One of my all-time favorite games. I used to hang out with this person that is no longer alive, unfortunately, but I have a lot of memories of playing the first and second game with him. And I love that I had those memories of him. And I have the second one here as well. These are probably my two favorite Need for Speed games ever, and I wish they would remake them. I don't have any facts about these games really, just, you know. Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is probably, honestly, one of the best Need for Speed games ever made. They remade it in like 2015, and it sucked. If you liked it, that's cool. I did not like it compared to the first one anyway, or the original. And I also have Need for Speed Carbon. This one's fun. I don't really remember much. I think if I do remember it, also, I just found out that I don't even have the disc anymore. So that sucks. But it's a fun game, and I think I kind of remember you having like the map has like different colored areas that are like run by different turfs or whatever. And I believe you had to race and gain control of those turfs, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's Need for Speed games that I own on PS2 anyway. I love Need for Speed. It's the reason why I'm into cars now. And as a kid growing up, I used to play Need for Speed Most Wanted a lot. And I used to say like, oh, when I get older, I'm going to own a BMW M3 GTR, and I'm going to paint it like the car from Need for Speed Most Wanted. Boy, was I wrong. Those are expensive cars now, probably. Like, cars are just expensive, so never did that. This next game, I bought it mostly because I remember my dad bought this game. I don't know if you heard that, I just dropped the game on my keyboard. My dad bought this game for PS2. This game here, My Street. You can see the back. there's like these little mini games in it. So like you live in like a neighborhood, and as a kid, this was an amazing game. As an adult, you can definitely tell it's made for kids, but still pretty fun. I also have like footage, I think. I'm gonna try to get some footage of these games, some of them to include. But yeah, my street was like, you live on a neighborhood. There was like lawnmower racing and volleyball and marbles and RC racing and stuff like that. And you just ran around this neighborhood, and you had to be home by a certain time, and there was like a day and night cycle kind of, but not like overnight. Fun game though. Next that I have is, I don't know if I have any. I don't. I have some facts here written down for some of these games, but I'm just kind of winging it. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I don't know if this is my original copy that I had since I was a kid. It might be. It's made by Insomniac Games, who made did they make Sly Cooper, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know, actually. I have no idea. They made some pretty crazy cool games. Wait, did they make... I'm looking at my other games here. I forget. They made a lot of games. Probably just do a quick Google search, actually. Let's see. Insomniac Games. Oh yeah, they made like the newer Marvel Spider-Man games, I'm pretty sure. No. Did they? I don't know. I'm just... Yeah, they did. They made Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1 and 2 on PS5 and 4, I guess. What other games did they make? They made all the... Well, most of the Ratchet... Yeah, they did make Spyro the Dragon, which I am playing right now on the channel, so I should have known that. Ratchet and Clank games, most of them. I don't know if they made all of them, but yeah. So yeah, some pretty good games that they made. I just love these games. As a kid, I thought the names, the titles of the actual games were funny. This one's Going Commando, which, as a kid, Going Commando meant you weren't wearing underwear, so that was pretty funny. I love this game too. It's a platformer. It's one of those classic PS2 vibe, you know, games. The next game, I only own this game because I'm a huge fan of the books and movies, and that is Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I remember playing one of them as a kid because I just randomly had it, but I played it before I even knew it was a movie or anything. This one's not in the best condition, but I still wanted to add it to my collection, and I have it. And I don't really have much to talk about it other than the fact that was one of my favorite movies. The next game, I actually love this game a lot. Bully by Rockstar. And the cool thing, it actually has the original booklet and map. So it is complete in box. It is the greatest hits version though, but that's still pretty cool. I love this game a lot. It came out in 2006, made by Rockstar Games, obviously GTA, which is basically, this game is basically GTA, but in a school. And you can't kill anybody or whatever, but yeah, it was released in 2006. It has has hidden collectibles all around the map, like they're like elastic bands and stuff that you have to collect. It's fun, gameplay wise, really fun game. The back of it. Yeah, you had to go to different classes, and when you completed the different classes, you would unlock stuff. So like if you did like a science class and you passed that class, you would unlock like stink bombs or whatever. There was like gym class for for bullying. There's no really actually, so the funny thing is the game's called Bully, but you don't really technically bully people. You play as a kid, and you kind of like stop bullies from bullying other kids. I forget his name, to be honest. Jimmy, I think. But there's like a bunch of different classes like volleyball and wrestling where you unlock different types of moves and you beat the crap out of other kids. Like, it was a pretty aggressive game, which is probably why they've never made a sequel. I mean, it's been like, when did it come out? It came out in 2006, so it's been almost 20 years that I've been waiting for a sequel. Hidden Collectibles. It's made in Canada, actually. It was made by Rockstar Vancouver. So that's pretty cool. I am Canadian. But that one is also on my collection, and I have played it on channel a couple times, but I don't think I ever beat it. The next two games here, probably some of the coolest games you could own as a kid. Guitar Hero. I have Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3 here. They kind of speak for themselves. Awesome games. Used to love sitting down with friends and just playing music and stuff. Prince of Persia. Now, I played this one a lot, and I think this one was one of the ones that came out on PS3 as well. And I remember playing it on PS3, and it was the first game that I almost platinumed. But at the time, I had to share an account with my dad. Because I think on PS3 came out, I was in grade 7 or 8. I don't know, I was pretty young. So when it came out, I played on my dad's account, and I eventually got my own PlayStation account, and I reset my progress, and I never really cared to go back and finish it. This next game, I don't think I've ever played. I think I just have it because my buddy gave me this game. And that's Gran Turismo 4. I played some of the newer ones on PS4 and 5. They're great racing games. I don't know much about them other than the fact they're racing games, and they're like pretty realistic, and you have to like do driver courses and stuff to unlock higher cars and whatever else. But yeah, I just had that one randomly. It's not necessarily a favorite game or anything, it's just there. These next two games, I'm playing one right now just in my spare time, and that's this one, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, and I also have just regular Vice City here. I have both of these in my collection. I think one of them, yeah, Vice City. Okay, they both have their pamphlets, and I believe they both have the map. I remember playing Vice City Stories or Vice City. One of them, there's like a mission pretty early in the game where you have a helicopter, and you have to go into the construction building and drop the bomb. Boy, that mission as a kid was so frustrating. I could not figure it out, but it was probably because I was just way too impatient. And I'm playing it right now on PS5 with the remaster collection. And the mission I'm stuck on now, I had to go and steal like a army truck from military people. And every time I try or get close, they just gun me down and kill me. So I haven't tried it since the last one I played, but I have these two in my collection. They're pretty good games. I got those two from my buddy as well. That's why I have those. I didn't like seek them out. Same with this next game. I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry for that. This next game I have never played. It's also one that I got randomly from my buddy one time, and it's just in my collection now. Because I probably will play it at some point, and that is Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. It looks cool, but yeah, I've never played it. So I don't really have much to say about that. And I have probably my two all-time favorite PS2 games ever made. Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. I would love to own these games sealed. I would love to own these games as PSA graded 10s. These are my original copies. I used to have a second copy, actually, of Kingdom Hearts 2, so I don't even know if they work, because... Oh, well, there you go. Original copy, game's not even in it. That's kind of heartbreaking. I'm going to have to order one of those now. And the second one, the game's there with the pamphlet. But yeah, I know I had two different versions of the PS2 game because one didn't work after a while. Because when I was a kid, I was pretty hard on my games. I just left the case, like the discs out and stuff. So they got all scratched up or whatever else. But yeah, my two favorite games ever. I remember, don't do this, but I remember skipping school a lot as a kid. And my buddy would skateboard down to my house early in the morning. He'd like crawl through my bedroom window and like shake me to wake me up to make me go to school. Like I said, I wasn't the best kid. But he would wake me up and I would turn my TV on. And PS2 was playing, Kingdom Hearts was on, running, TV was off, but the console was running. And he would see Kingdom Hearts and he would be like, "Whoa," right? Like, "Where are you in the game?" And you're further than I am or whatever. Or it'd be like on a boss fight. And then he would end up skipping as well, and we would just pretty much play Kingdom Hearts. Not the best, like, definitely don't skip school, but definitely play these games. I have a lot of memories playing these games with friends. hanging out at their house and fighting like Sephiroth and stuff. And it is like, it's like Final Fantasy mixed with Disney characters and original characters. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get footage because I played the first and second one on my channel, and I started the third one, but I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, I'm gonna try to add footage and images and stuff to this video as well. I'm kind of going through this a lot quicker than I thought I would, but I am kind of nervous a little bit because I'm not used to being on camera like this. My favorite level in the first game, and the second game probably, my favorite level is definitely just, you know, the Harry Potter, not the Harry Potter, the Halloween Town, Nightmare Before Christmas levels, because that was like one of my favorite movies growing up as well. But there's a lot of good levels. There's a few that are kind of boring and I'm not a huge fan of, but I still play them. And I do want to go back and 100% platinum them on PS4 at some point. I might do it on channel, I might do it off channel. I don't really know. Yeah. It's my favorite game though. I am also supposed to be saying some of this stuff. I wrote down some stuff for this video and I'm forgetting to talk about it. This next couple games, I'm missing actually the second game. I haven't bought it yet. Because for a while, I don't want to just like forfeit to eBay. I like going to like flea markets and stuff and trying to find these games in the wild, if you will. So the next two games I have here, Sly Cooper 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. I don't have the second one. I have Sly Cooper and the third one. And there is a fourth one on PS3. Honor Amongst Thieves, I think it's called. No, that's this one. What is it? Thieves in Time or something like that? So these are some of my other favorite games ever. They're very much the same style as like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, like running around, collecting stuff, platforming, open world. Hitting collectibles, not really hitting collectibles in this one, I guess. You have to collect like bottles and safe codes. Well, you get a code if you collect all the bottles in a level. You get a code for the safe, which gave you like upgrades and stuff. I finished the first one on the channel, and I got like halfway through the second one, maybe more than halfway, and then I don't know. I was at a weird point in my life, and I stopped doing YouTube for a while. But I'm back, and I'm ready to get back into things. And I do plan on finishing the second game and starting the third game. But the second game might be a while because I'd have to replay the whole game probably because I have it here, but I was playing it on a emulator or whatever. No, I don't have the second game. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do want to finish them at some point. And Sly Cooper was released, just quick fact, was released in 2002 by Sucker Punch, who also made Ghost of Tsushima, I think, right? Oh, and they made Infamous. Infamous Second Son was actually the first platinum I ever got on PS4. Or just PlayStation in general. Each level is cool too, because like, if you played Sly Cooper, you have like the hub world, and then the hub world has like multiple levels in it, you know? That's kind of like Sly Cooper. So you have like a hub world, and then each hub world has like multiple levels, and you just sneak around and do heists and stuff for these levels, and then at the end of the level you do like a boss fight in a slightly bigger heist or whatever. I love it. It's such a good game. This game here, Shrek 2. I don't really have a lot to say about this game. I remember playing it as a kid a couple of times, and I thought it was fun. And I only have it because I was at Value Village, and they just randomly had it there for like $8 or whatever, so I bought it. Because I remember it being fun. Like, I remember one mission that was very not Sly Cooper, very Crash Bandicoot-ish, like not jumping and collecting stuff, but it's like when you're Crash Bandicoot being chased by the Rock and you have to run and jump over like obstacles and stuff while being chased. There was like a level like that with Shrek. I don't know if it was the second one or the first one or whatever, but I believe you're being chased by the dragon or something, and you're running around as Shrek, jumping over obstacles. And I saw it and I'm like, hey, I have to play that. I want to play that again, so I bought it. This game is another game I added to my collection, but I'd never played. I've watched like a full Let's Play on a series, but I've never actually played it, so I did buy it with the intent to play it at some point. And that is Destroy All Humans. There is like a remake or remaster or whatever of this game for modern consoles. And I do have, it was released in 2005 by Pandemic Studios, which I don't know if they've made any other games. I've never really looked into it. It's set in like the 1950s America, and I just remember, I'm dropping everything. I just remember it being really funny. Like the dialogue was funny, and you can like run around and read people's minds and stuff like that. So I definitely want to play this on the channel at some point, and I want to get the second one to add to my collection as well. And I have one game left, I think. I don't think there's any other games laying around, but this game, I remember playing a few times as a kid, but I also never finished it, which was probably pretty accurate for a lot of games. Like I remember playing GTA 3 and San Andreas and stuff like that, but I never played the missions. I just ran around and, well, did what every kid would do in that game, right? Ran people over and stuff. Put in cheats. But anyway, this game, Final Fantasy X, right? Yeah, Final Fantasy X. I don't have the booklet or anything, I just have the disc. But yeah, it was a fun game. I tried to play it on the channel, but I didn't really get very far. And I do want to play, I want to play all of them. I've played the first one on the channel. I think I might have started the second one. I don't know. I've definitely finished the second one outside of the channel. But I want to play them all at some point. And I probably will. I have a lot, like I own a lot of them on Steam. So I definitely will be playing them at some point. But that is all the PS2 games I have. And some of the facts I have, but never read off, were just the simple basic knowledge. Like the PS2, you know, it was the best-selling console of all time. It had 155 million units sold, or over 155 million. And the reason it sold so much, I believe, is because at the time, DVD players were really expensive. I don't know how much, but a DVD player was probably pretty new technology at the time, and it was very expensive to own one. But a PS2 has DVD capabilities, and it was cheap, the cheapest DVD player you could technically buy at the time. So that probably helped with sales. It also had over 4,000 games, which is crazy to think about. And some of those games are actually like pretty expensive. Like there's one game, it's a horror survival game. I've never played it or heard of it until recently. It's called Rule of Rose. I did a quick search to see what it's all about, and I didn't really find a whole lot. I mean, I probably could have, but all I really wrote was that it's a survival game. It was banned and censored in some countries, which I believe one of them was like Italy and the UK or something, which also probably helped with its popularity, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it was really that popular back then, but it had a low print run. It's considered a hidden gem amongst horror fans and collectors. And I'm pretty sure, last time I looked it up, the disc alone was like anywhere from $100 to $500, and then like complete in box, you're looking at like close to $1,000. So that's pretty crazy for a game. Some other games that I want to get and I haven't mentioned are, or that I don't own, I guess, are there's one game called Rune Viking Warrior or something. And I'll try to get I'll try to get some images of these games I'm talking about. But yeah, let me look this up. Rune Viking Warrior PS2. Sorry, it's called Rune Viking Warlord. I remember playing this game a lot as a kid, but I could never get past the first level. And it's definitely on my radar. I have an eBay account with some games that I have posted, but you know, I buy them here and there. Not always, but sometimes. But yeah, Rune is definitely one of the ones I want to get. I want to get the second Sly Cooper game for sure. I'm looking at my second monitor, I'm sorry. Oh, there's another game here called Dark Watch. Dark Watch was a game I played a lot as a kid. I'll try to get an image of that on the screen as well. It's actually pretty it's pretty up there for price. Like, it's not like $1,000 like the other game, but currently there's one by this one eBay seller that if you are interested in buying old school games and stuff, you should check out 709 Games on eBay. He's a seller that I go to the most probably when I'm looking at PS2 games and such. He's been pretty good seller for me personally, but yeah, he's got a copy of it for 63 bucks, so definitely not cheap, but not like super expensive. But Darkwatch was like a, I don't remember if you are a vampire or like, I think it's a vampire, like you're a vampire hunter or something, and or a vampire slayer, and you run around and shoot vampire people. I don't know. I just remember loving that game. Played it a lot growing up. Trying to see quick here if there's any other PS2 games I can talk about. Because that's the ones I showed you are the ones I currently own. And then there's a bunch that I don't own, obviously, and I would love to own, like random ones too, like 50 cents bulletproof. I feel like that'd be a pretty fun one to own. I want to get all the Ratchet and Clank games, that's for sure. I'm not just wanted to make this video as a fun, different style of video to put on the channel. And I still have to edit it. So that'll be a pretty good editing, learning process. And if you're watching this, I would love to know what your favorite PS2 games are down in the comments. And I kind of wish like I would have gotten into Xbox a little bit, because a lot of the PS3 games, so like PS2 and PS3, all those games were basically Xbox 360. Right? Like Xbox 360 covers PS2 and PS3. So like I'm seeing a lot of games that were on PS3 that are also on Xbox 360 as well as PS2. So like there's a lot of games. Like the one I just saw was Dead Rising. That was, I don't think that was on PS2, but it was on PS3, but it was also on 360. So like I can see why I can see why a lot of people liked the Xbox 360 over like the PlayStation and stuff. But I love the PS2. It's like my favorite gaming console ever made. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out my favorite PS2 games that I own and my current collection, and I will hopefully one day make a updated collection. I will also hopefully one day be doing this full time and not be sitting in my bedroom with my bed behind me, right? It'd be cool if one day I had a giant wall unit behind me with a bunch of PS2 and PS3 and PS4 and Xbox and all that kind of stuff, games on it. But yeah, I'm going to try to add, like I said, videos of some gameplay that I got from my personal gameplay on my channel or whatever, and intros that I got from like an emulator or whatever, and some images I got from Google into this video, and see what happens. See if I actually upload it or not. If you made it this far, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.